Hello friends, welcome to another episode of the best to-do list application tutorial. In this video we're going to work on the sign-in component of our application. We're going to work on setting up the sign-in for our to-do list application. So in our previous video we were able to build a sign-up for a page. So let's do a quick demo on how it works. So we have some very beautiful validation errors I added to it. So this is it, and email, password. So let's control that to see what we get when a user signs up. So when a user signs up, a success action gets dispatched to our context API with a payload of the user and the token, and the user's JWT token. So this is all about it. So for example, this user now exists in the database. So if I try to sign up again with the same user, I'm going to get another pop-up error here saying that the user exists already, and this time it's a failure action that gets dispatched to our context API. So that's it. Let's go and now build the sign-in page to work the same as the sign-up page. So to our code editor, before we start working, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you've not done that already, and don't forget to like, share and comment. Thank you. Now go to your client directory in the root folder. Inside your client directory, you enter the source folder, and in your components directory, inside auth directory in the component folder, you create the file for sign in. So guys, quick reference, if you don't understand most of these things, that's probably because you didn't watch the previous videos. So if there's anything you need clarification about, you can just go steps behind in the previous videos and try to get a good understanding of the things we are doing in this video. Thank you. So I'm going to this is the code we had for our previous sign up component. This is our sign up component. So this is the code that handles sign up, and here is the validations. So we are going to do the same thing for the sign in component. So let's just copy and paste and just do some edits on it. I'm going to copy this and paste in the sign in component, and I'm going to change this to sign in. And here we don't need the name field, we don't need the confirm password, and that. Good. Then for the validations, we don't also need the name for the validate. We don't need to validate the name nor the confirm password. So this is all for our input validation. And next, let's go to the inputs. Let's take away the name inputs. Let's remove it from there. We don't need it. And also the confirm password field, we don't need that too. So right now we only have the email and the password fields as our input fields. Good. So here in this part, instead of already having an account, I'm going to say don't yet have an account. Then I'm going to do sign up, and this is to navigate the user to the sign up page. The next thing is let's go now to our actions. We need to modify this action in our actions. This is the action that we are dispatching. Let's change this to, so this is where we are handling the submit the sign up action. Let's change this to, instead of handle sign up, let's call it handle sign in. Handle sign in. Good. Now back to our actions. we need to update this action to be like the sign up action. So this is our sign in action. Let's wrap it with the try catch error. Turn it's going to be error.response data in here. Return the response. Then I'm going to run the loading before the success. So I'm dispatching a loading action before the success action. So here we're going to have a success action. So for the loading, we don't need the payload. And here, this function is should expect the user object, while this other one expects the dispatch action coming from our create context. Good. Now we've set the action already. Let's go and handle that in our reducers. So inside your reducer, your auth reducer, let's give some space. Call this sign in reducers or sign in cases. Good. So after the success, let's check for the case of failure. Return state, and I'm going to add another state variable called, just like the sign up error, I'm going to call this one sign in error. Initialize it to an empty string. So this is going to be sign in error. It's going to take action payload error, and this one is supposed to be the success case. Let's just console log the action for this case. Same thing. Action. Good. So back to let's now go to our app file and connect the sign in component to our React router. So create another route component and give it a path to sign up and sign in. Well, this part does not need to have the exact property. I'm going to give it render and sign in. I'm going to import that, give it a sign in prop equal to an async action that expects a user object, and await sign in. I'm going to give it user. So let's close our tags and we need to make sure this sign up and sign in function is coming from our use context. So we need to destructure that out of our use context, and I'm expecting this to return a response. So let's get that response, and I want to console log that response. So let's go now to the navbar component. Inside our navbar component, we're going to add the nav link here for the sign in. make sure that when a user clicks on the sign in button, it gets directed to the sign in page. So we have sign in. Now let's check. We have some undefined variable. Let's check to see where the error is. Okay, we need to also clean up this. We don't need the name. We don't need the confirm password. We don't need the error for name. Confirm password. Here, same thing. We only need the email and password. Good. So we have, this is our sign up. Let's click here. When you click here, it takes you to the sign in page. So this is our sign in page. Looks the same as the sign up. Very beautiful. So the button, let's change the button to sign in. So here we're going to have sign in. Good. So we have the sign in button. Now let's try to sign in and see what happens. We have this user exists already in the database. So let's run that. So this is the action that gets dispatched into our context API. It has a payload with token and user. Now in our app, we did a console log of the response. So our response gives a status text of okay. This is the data, the user and token. So in our next video, we are going to handle authentication for the entire React app with our cookies. So in our next video, we are going to handle authorization, like as given applying the token to our authorization header of the request. So that's just it. So this is good for our video. Let's go and also do some new change here. This error path, it's supposed to be, so we added a new variable to our state called a sign in error. So I'm going to change that to sign in error. Now if I try to sign in with a user that does not exist in the database, I'm going to have an error saying that invalid password email combination. So this is the error, and there is a dispatch of error of failure. We have a dispatched action of failure with payload of the error that's getting dispatched. So this is all for this video. So our sign in and sign up are working very well. So in our next video, I'm going to now handle the authentication and authorization with the token, with the cookies, and see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share.